Hello. 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 Hello.
Yes,
Yes. So we were talking about what is the sales demand. Product A could be sold 4,000.
share your screen.
I have shared. Did you get it?
Not yet.
No. Let me do it again then.
Yes,
Okay. Now what we have to identify the scarce resource. First, we think the scarce resource is the sales demand. We have demand of 4,000, 6,000, and 6,000. The company policy is to produce minimum of 1,000 units. Okay. The supply of material in the period is unlimited. So this is not a scarce resource for sure.
okay.
Okay. The machine hours are limited to 2 lakh and direct labor hours are 5,000. Now we will calculate that how much labor hours we need and how much machine hours we need. Let's just calculate for the product A first. For 4,000 units, we need machine hours of 10. 4,000 multiplied 10.
40.
Okay. Then 12, then 14. Okay. Then we talk about direct material. Direct material is not a scarce resource. It is already known that it is unlimited. So there is no issue. Then we talk about the labor hours, direct wages. We need $7.5 per hour and 1.2 hours are required to produce product A. Product B requires 0.8 hours. Product C requires 0.4. So 1.2 multiplied by 4,000, 0.8 multiplied by 6,000, 0.4 multiplied by 6,000. So we get the total answer 12,000. Okay.
Okay.
And for machine hours, we have answer of 196,000.
Okay.
Okay. So when we look, we need material 196,000 material we need. And we have availability of 2 lakh. It means we are under the total material required, right?
Yeah.
But we need 12,000 labor hours. And how much we have?
5,000.
5,000. So our scarce resource is what?
5,000.
Labor hours, 5,000, right?
Yeah. Yes.
Clear now? Not clear?
Clear now.
Clear. Okay. Then moving again forward. Where did the answer go? Then the labor hours is the limiting factor. Step 2 is calculate the contribution per unit of for each product. Okay, contribution per unit is already calculated in the question. Step 3, calculate the contribution per unit of the scarce resource. Now we will calculate the contribution per unit of the scarce resource. $6 is our product A contribution. It is divided by 1.2. 1.2 is the labor hours we required to produce product A. Okay.
Okay.
So $5 is the answer, $6.25 and $10. Now rank the products in order of the contribution per unit of the scarce resource. From where we are earning the highest contribution is product C.
Yeah.
Okay. First, we'll produce the product C up to the maximum available sales, then B, and then finally A. We'll go like this: C, B, and A.
Yeah.
Okay, but we have to produce 1,000 units of A minimum, because this is the requirement of the question.
Okay.
Okay, now we have to allocate the resources using its ranking. Okay, units produced A 1,000, we have to produce this. There's no option in that.
Okay.
So it will consume our 1,200 labor hours, because 1.2. So 1.2 total labor hours are used here. Okay, then we produce product C 6,000. Okay, 6,000 is our maximum demand for product C. So we are producing 6,000 full. Okay, now
Okay.
labor hours is 2,400. So now 1,200 plus 2,400 is 3,600.
Yes.
Still we are down. Still we have some hours more, because total hours we are having 5,000 and total consumed in product A and C is 3,600.
Yeah.
So we will produce only 1,750 units of product B, because we have limited labor hours, that is 1,400.
Yes.
Is it clear to you?
Clear. Yeah.
Okay. So here the 5,000 fully labor hours are used as per this product mix. 1,000 units of A, C 6,000, and B 1,750.
Yeah.
Why we are producing product A first?
A is the limit. A is the limited.
Why? Sorry.
A is the minimize. Minimize in the question is there.
Yes, because it has said that you have to produce 1,000 units of A at least. Okay. I think you can just calculate this 1,750. Okay.
Yeah.
This is the balancing figure. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Moving forward, clear our drawings. Close this. Now again going to the limiting factor. One second. Okay. We studied this question. The value of additional resource. For any scarce resource, we can consider the value to the firm of gaining or losing units of the scarce resource. For example, we have T by U1 above. It was determined that labor hours was the limiting factor. Okay. It is continuing the previous example. Labor hours was the limiting factor, and 5,000 hours were available to the maximum contribution that could be earned. Was 38,750 based on selling 1,000 of A, 1750 something, 1,750 of B, and 6,000 of C. Okay. So what we were earning, 38,750. The total revenue. Okay.
Okay.
Then now we suppose that one additional labor hour become available. There is one additional labor hour. This would allow the company to make and sell more units of B. Note that this was the product being made when the labor hours ran out. Okay, B was our last product we were making, but our labor hours finished, so we stopped the production of product B. Okay.
Okay.
So each unit of B takes 0.8 hours. We calculated from the question that each unit of B takes 0.8 hours. So one additional hour would enable us to make 1.25 additional units of B. If we have more 1 hour, then we can make 1.25 units of B.
Yeah.
Okay. So each unit of B generates contribution of $5. We have seen the contribution of B, that is $5. So one additional hour would generate additional contribution of 1.25 multiplied by 5. That is 6.25. We will achieve 6.25 more if we have one labor hour to produce product B. Okay.
Okay.
Note that this is the contribution, so has already the cost of labor at 7.5 per hour. This contribution has already subtracted the labor cost, original cost, that is 7.5. Thus, the firm would be willing to pay up to 7.5 plus 6.25, 13.75 for an additional hour. Can you get this point?
Yeah.
It is clear?
Clear.
Good. From your voice, it does not seem that it is clear.
Clear. Why?
Confirm?
Yeah, confirm.
What we call confirm in Arabic?
تأكيد.
Takeed.
مؤكد مؤكد. أنت متأكد؟
Takeed.
Yeah.
Takeed.
Yeah.
In Arabic, in Urdu, we also use this word takeed.
Yeah.
But
Same.
we use like this. This takeed means to do advice to someone, or to just uh, tell someone to do this, please. Takeed.
Yeah.
Okay. Takeed here.
Yeah.
Now, several limiting factors. Now we
Yeah.
have additional, not one limiting factor, we have many limiting factors here. Key factor analysis. When there is only one scarce resource, the method above, key factor analysis, can be used to solve the problem. However, where there are two or more resources in short supply, which limit the organization activities, then linear programming is used. This is now interesting. Linear programming is required to find the solution. In examination question, linear programming is used to maximize contribution or to minimize cost. This can be done two way. We can use maximize contribution or to minimize cost, whatever the question requires us. Okay.
Okay.
Now, the steps of linear programming is, first of all, we have to define the variables. What are the variables? Okay.
Okay.
Step 2 is define and formulate the objective to maximize contribution. We have to make an algebraic formula. You have studied algebra?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. 5x plus 6y. Okay, we will just study it. Then formulate the constant. We have to bring the constants as per the formula. We have to formulate our problem. Then draw a graph identifying the feasible region.
Okay.
Then solve for the optimal production plan. We have to just solve this for the optimal production plan. Then we have to answer the question, how to maximize the profit. Okay. But linear programming will only involve two variables in exam question. There should be two variables. If there are three, linear programming cannot be applied.
What can apply it for 3?
Sorry.
If for 3, what you can apply?
Then we have to do the computerized calculation, because linear programming is a graphical approach. And if you remember, graph has only two axes, X and Y. That's it.
I have a question.
Yes, yes.
What's the difference between the limit factor and throughput account?
Throughput accounting and limiting factor.
Yeah, it's different.
Actually, the throughput accounting is a different concept because it only assumes labor cost or material cost, one variable. Okay. It does not, it's suppose variable cost is only, I'm not getting the point.
Material, direct material only.
Yes. So throughput accounting assumes only material thing. Okay. The material part. But when we talk about the limiting factors, it involves contribution as well. This is also a throughput is also a method of costing. Okay. If we have a constant, if we have a limiting factor, and throughput is, limiting factor is also a concept. But here, when we talk about the limiting factor, we have variable cost, labor as well as material. But in throughput accounting, we only get one aspect.
Yeah, it means that we are agreed the two are the same as the constraint, but we have a different in the what you determine the variable cost. What is the variable cost? Here is the primary cost, in the other side is the material.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Now I get what I mean. I need to know.
Alhamdulillah. Okay. Now, linear programming only have two variables. You can only have two variables. Illustration.
Yeah.
A company produces two products in three departments. Details are shown below. Time per unit, the available hours, and the contribution per unit. Department A, 8 and 10. Department B, 4, 10. Department C, 12 and 6. Available hours, 11,000, 9,000, 12,000. Contribution per unit, 4 and 8. Here we have two products only. There is unlimited demand for product X, but demand for product Y is limited to 600 units per annum. Product X demand is unlimited, but product Y is only 600 units per annum.
Yes.
What is the optimum production plan? First of all, we have to define the variables. Let X be the number of units of X to produce. Let Y be the number of units of Y. What is X? Number of units of X and number of units of Y. Here the product name and the variable name is same. So don't get confused. Okay. We are supposing X and Y. Coincidentally, the name of the products are also X and Y. Okay. Now we have to formulate the objective function. Second step is very important. We have to formulate the objective function. What is our objective? Is to maximize contribution. C equals to 4x. What is 4?
Yes.
4 is our contribution per unit. 4x, and x is number of units of X, and plus 8y. This is objective function. This is our objective.
Okay.
Formulate the constants. Now we are formulating our limiting factors.
Yeah.
Okay. For department A, what is the constant? Department A, 8x plus 10y less than or equal to 11,000. We cannot produce more than 10,000, 11,000. We cannot use 11,000. X is the 11,000 hours. Okay.
Okay.
In department B, 4x plus 10y less than or equal to 9,000. In department C, 12x plus 6y less than or equal to 12,000. We formulated the available hours limiting factors. Okay.
Okay.
one is non-negativity constant. Okay, that is, we cannot produce minus units. This is not possible. So 0 greater than 0 less than or equal to x or y. It means we cannot produce less than 0.
Yeah.
And one we have a constant that demand for product y is limited to 600, y less than or equal to 600.
Yes.
Okay, and one we have another constant, but it is not written here. We have unlimited demand for product x. We have unlimited demand, so there is no constant. Okay, so here we have defined, formulate 1 2 3 4 5 constants. Okay,
Okay.
it is clear? There is any confusion?
Clear.
Okay, then now we have to draw a graph identifying the feasible region. Okay, all the constant are straight lines, so each can be drawn by joining 2 points. In LP questions, it is in linear programming, it is often easiest to get the 2 endpoints where the lines cross the x and y axis. To draw constant 1, constant in department A, we take the inequality 8x plus 10y less than or equal to 11,000 and turn up into an equation 8x plus 10y equals to 11,000. Okay, we have replaced the less than or equal to by equals to.
Okay.
Okay, 8x plus 10y equals to 11,000.
Okay.
Clear? Here we have just changed this.
Yes.
Okay, now what we need, we are plotting these points on graph. Okay,
Okay.
so we need the value of x and y to plot it on the graph.
Okay.
Then what we'll do, we'll suppose if the, for example, x is 0 and y is, then y equals to 11,000 divided by 10. So y is 1100.
110. 1010.
1100. This is clear?
Clear.
Okay, your algebra is good, it means. Y equals to 0, x equals to 11,000 divided by 8. So x is 1375.
Yes.
For this constant, we have now 2 values for x and y.
Yeah. Draw the
Similarly,
graph.
yes. Similarly, for constant 2, we have values. Similarly, for constant 3, we have values now.
Yes.
Constant 3 and the final constant, we have value. And for the third constant, if x equals to 100, y equals to 600.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. One second. Okay. If for each constant line we then need to consider whether the acceptable feasible coordinates are below or above the line. All of the x constants are here less than equal to, so acceptable solutions to the line below giving the feasible region A, B, C, D, E. Now there is a graph down. Okay, we have the units of product A here,
Okay.
units of product X here,
Okay.
and unit of product Y is here. Okay, now we plot the lines. We have constant first A, it was 400 and 800. 400 was Y and 800 was X. So we made this line. Okay.
Okay.
then this line, then this line, then this line. One is a straight line.
This is
Okay.
a minimize. This is a y. This is a
Yes.
minimus.
Yes. We have to produce minimum 600 units of Y. That's what you're saying now.
Yes.
Yes. So we have demand of Y for Y we have demand of 600. Okay.
Yeah.
Then now we have this graph. Okay. Clear all the drawings. Now we have to identify the feasible region. Okay. We have drawn all the lines.
Okay.
Now the maximum value, finding the optimum solution using the ISO contribution line. The maximum value of the objective function is not known. However, we can draw an ISO contribution of profit line that shows all the combinations of X and Y that provide the same total value for objective function. Now we have to use that objective function, the contribution, ISO contribution line. If, for example, we need to maximize contribution 4x plus 8y, we can draw a line on the graph that shows combination of values for X and Y that give the same total contribution when X has a contribution of 4 and Y has a contribution of 8.
Okay.
For example, any total contribution figure can be picked, but a multiple of 4 and 8 is easiest. Okay, for example, assume 4x plus 8y equals to 4000. Okay.
Okay.
We are just assuming it. This contribution line could be found by joining these points on the graph. X equals to 0, y equals to 500, and x equals to 1000 and y equals to 0.
Yes.
Okay. We can also do this when we calculate. We suppose 4x plus 8y equals to 8000. Okay.
Okay.
If we suppose it 8000, then we have value of 1000 and 2000. Okay.
Okay.
When drawing both of these contribution lines on graph, we find that these two lines are parallel, and the line with the higher total contribution value for values X and Y, 8000, is further away from the origin of graph, 0.0. Okay. This can be used to identify the solution to a linear programming problem. Draw the ISO contribution line showing combination of values of X and Y that give the same total value for the objective function. Okay.
Okay.
Look at the slope of the contribution line and using a ruler, identify which contribution of the values of X and Y within the feasible area are for their constant is furthest away from the origin of the graph. As this is a maximizing problem, we aim to maximize contribution. We'll try to maximize the distance between the origin and the optimum point. Okay, now come back to the graph. Okay, this is our ISO contribution line.
Yes.
We just, oh sorry, we just draw. We have drawn a ISO contribution of this 400 units of Y and 800 units of
It.
X. Okay.
Okay.
Now we put our ruler on this like this. We will move our scale forward like this. Okay.
Okay.
When we are moving here, then we have to check that which intersecting point is the most far away. Okay.
Okay.
D. This is the C point. This is the B point. These are some intersecting points. This one, this one, this one, This is an intersecting point. This is an intersecting point. Okay.
Okay.
Which is the furthest intersecting point? We'll select that. That will be our point on which the contribution will maximize.
Yes.
Okay, the furthest point when moving forward from the ISO contribution line. Okay.
Okay.
Now, again, we are look at the slope of the contribution line and using a ruler, identify which combination of values of X and Y within the feasible area for the concept furthest away from the origin of the graph. As this is the maximizing problem, we aim to maximize contribution. We'll try and maximize the distance between the origin and the optimum point. The optimum point is a combination of values for X and Y where the ionizing contribution line can be drawn as far to the right as possible. That just touches one corner of the feasible area. This is the combination of value of X and Y that provides a solution to the linear programming problem. Now, the optimum corner is C. Okay, this one. This is the furthest intersecting point, C. Okay.
Okay.
At C, you can see that we have 600 units of Y. And if we just draw the scale here, so maybe there are 600 units of X. Okay, at this corner, we have 625. Okay, near to 600 and Y equals to 600.
Yes.
Then this is the maximum point at which we have the maximum profit, maximum contribution. That is 7,300. 625 multiplied 4, 600 multiplied 8. Now, any question?
No. Good.
Takid.
مؤكد.
Takat.
مؤكد ميم ما
Mokat.
yeah.
Okay, Mokat. Confirm Mokat.
Confirm. Yes.
Okay. So Mokat here.
Yes.
Okay. So we will khalas here.
خلاص. I
Okay.
guess for this that guy خلاص.
Khalas. Yes. I will learn inshallah more from you.
Inshallah, I will talk to in Arabic, and when we get the time, we can talk in Arabic and give some word. But in Arabic, same the word. If you know Arabic, not difficult, can learn.
Okay, but I will not pay fees for that.
No problem, no problem. Now you have become my brother in Islam. Don't worry.
MashaAllah. Thank you. Okay, it's time to sleep.
Yeah,
We
time
will.
to sleep because tomorrow to see. Tomorrow you don't have class. Day after tomorrow.
Yes, tomorrow is Jumerat, Shab Jummah. So pray for me and yourself. Okay, we'll meet inshallah on Friday. Okay.
Friday. Bye bye. See you.
Okay. Allah Hafiz. Assalamu alaikum.